Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you doing today?
Good. I just finished school, so I got back home. Yeah, and to prep for this meeting. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome, awesome. Where do you go to school again, Raymond?
Currently I'm at UCI,
Oh,
for electrical engineering. Yeah.
oh, engineer. I'm also engineer,
Yeah.
mechanical
Um,
engineer.
where'd you go?
I went to the University of Nebraska Lincoln.
Okay.
Yeah, I graduated back in 2021, so a couple years ago.
Okay.
What made you decide to choose your major as electrical engineer?
Just like my dad did it, and I mean, I'd rather choose something stable, I guess. And it's also
Hmm.
during college apps, I was thinking it's 4 years of my life, might as well do something challenging.
Yeah,
So.
a lot of people they don't take engineering because it wasn't. It's challenging for them. It seems like you
Mhm.
like to take on challenges yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Are you living close by in Anaheim? I live in Anna. Or are you living in Irvine? Because I live in
Yeah, yeah.
Anaheim.
I'm in Irvine. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I think it was Sunday. We went to play badminton. That's what we usually do in Irvine. They have
Mhm.
pretty good courts over there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And then, are you Chinese too?
yeah. I'm Chinese. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Chinese too.
All right. Cool. Is your
Yeah.
Chinese really good, or
Huh?
is your Chinese good, or?
It's pretty good. It's okay. It's pretty okay. How about yours?
All right. It's all right. It's okay for American-born Chinese. So.
Oh, okay. I'm also American born.
Okay. Wait, where are you from then?
So my parents are from the southeast of China, Fujian, Fuzhou.
Okay. OK，福州，Yeah。
你的父母在哪里？
我妈老家是武汉，然后我爸是陕西人。
哦，陕西人。
对
哦，OK，
对，Yeah。
挺棒的，挺棒的。I feel like your Chinese could be better than mine. I just
All
came
right.
back
All
from
right.
a
Okay.
China trip in last October. Last October. That's when we came back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a lot of change. I haven't been back to China in 10 years. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
have you been to China recently yourself?
Oh yeah. I was there summer last year. For like 3 months. Yeah, doing some work.
Hmm, interesting. All right. Yeah. So, um, just kind of wanted to get to know you a little bit as well because I know like through Instagram, like just texting is not building trust. So that's why I wanted to go on a Zoom call, hey, for us to like connect, to build a little bit trust, to know who we are, right? Because in terms of anything like friendship, partnership, or business opportunity, or you want to know the other person, you want to build up trust, right? So that's why I'm here, kind of get it to know you, for you to get to know me. So that's why if I ask a couple questions, I kind of just want to. It's like a general question to get to know you, right? Uh,
Okay,
yeah. So
I'm fine with that. Yeah,
yeah. So like I remember I mentioned I sent you a message through Instagram. What
yeah.
made you decide to connect back with me and want to learn more about the opportunity that I mentioned about?
I just like let me see. Let me look back at the original message. You said you're an entrepreneur based in California. Just reaching out about business stuff. You said you did like a collaboration with Cal State Long Beach. I mean, I
Right.
know some people there.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, like obviously I do also have some friends who do like e-commerce and stuff. I just want to learn a little bit more about like what you do specifically. Yeah. So I was just interested. I mean, might as well entertain it. I'm not super busy. Just finished my midterm, so might as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that that's what gets people stressful is the midterms. I feel
Yeah.
like for you, you study early on.
Yeah. Not really.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Kind
okay.
of slack off a
They're
bit,
very
but
similar to me. I do it like the day before, a couple days before when I used to take the midterms.
yeah.
But yeah, that's awesome. Kind of like getting to learn. I know you mentioned about you're helping with like a China AI startup for like working out. What did you do
Yeah.
back then?
Bit of background about that was last year I was working at just a software company in China.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I was just helping out, see what I could do. I mean, I'm not a CS major, so I don't know too much about coding. So I was a bit lost there. But I did get to find like a bunch of other companies at the there was like a World AI convention thing in
Mhm.
Shanghai in like July, and I attended that. So saw a lot of companies. I thought it was pretty interesting. But yeah, that's what I did.
Mm. So like more of the software side and just like partnering up with them.
Partnering up as in like I just like in the future, like obviously their long term goal is obviously expand to international markets and stuff.
Mhm.
So obviously it's very important for them to have, some sort of like footing that's not in China. So when I was reaching out to them, they saw, oh, it's like he's a college student, might as well like let him come and like spend some time in the future. I may help them out. I don't know. It's just that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's awesome. And then what year are you again, Raymond?
I'm a second year.
Oh, second year. Okay, so
Yeah,
you're just pretty new and still have some experiences going.
yeah, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Like I remember going into my year's internship, collaborating with like other companies are important. It's like for important for the job in the future as well. Yeah. So it looks like a lot of people after, or most people after graduation, they go to jobs. They want to look out for jobs. They do internships or they reach out to other friends of them to get those referrals, right? So after college, once you're done with like electrical engineering, I know you said your dad also does electrical engineering. So where do you see yourself after graduating? Because you mentioned like in the 4 years you want to do something challenging for yourself.
So my sort of thought process is that
Mm-hmm.
obviously I realize okay I realize I'm not super good at electrical engineering. I do have to spend a lot of time, and I'm neither like passionate about it either. It's just something hard. It's a challenge I want to take on. But I do understand like getting at least a bachelor's minimum of a bachelor's in engineering is pretty important. I think it shows that okay, you're willing to do something hard. You're willing to at least take a bit of struggle,
Mm-hmm.
and at least grow through that struggle. Um, but I think after like undergrad, I'm not super sure what I want to do. I'm not super in like I'm not super enticed by going to grad school for electrical because I'm not super passionate about that, right? Um,
I hear
but I
you.
do see like a very niche path. I think, especially with a lot of Chinese companies, they obviously the economy in China is not good. The consumer
Mm-hmm.
isn't super well, right?
Right.
So they're mainly targeting, international markets, and obviously the U.S. being the main target. So they obviously hope to have some way to, come over here and like get access to the U.S. market. So maybe I could play a role in that. I'm not super sure right now, but I'm just obviously figuring things out one step at a time. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally feel you on that. Most people, like I said, after when they go to college, once the major they do, sometimes they might not like it. Some people love it. So it's just like any experiences we go out there when we play games or when we do sports, we know what we like or what we don't like after when we experience it or we see it. And in this case, engineering is not something that you're passionate about, then besides like school, like do you see yourself what do you see yourself passionate about? Or what's the thing that drives you?
I mean, so I like working with people. It's pretty not super aligned with engineering. I guess I feel like for engineering, you're mainly communicating with like
Computers.
objects,
Computers.
things,
Yeah.
So it's very one sided.
Uh,
But I do enjoy interacting with other people. I like figuring people out. Um, I think also I am very good at like negotiations. Like I did like MUN, like if you know what that is, Model UN,
I'm
Model
not too
Unification.
familiar with it. Are you able to explain me?
Um, yeah. So in high school, it's like you're basically it's a bunch of high school competitors. They go to a conference, basically represent a country,
Mm,
talk about debate over like sort of different a wide range of topics from like healthcare, like energy. I don't know, and then you're basically like collaborating with other candidate diplomats or whatever with their respective countries, and you come up with resolutions and everything. I did that for like 6 years. I really enjoyed it, but I couldn't see myself doing that as like a degree, because I feel like anyone can do that. Like you don't have to learn that necessarily through school. So that's why I kind of
Mm.
changed my path a little bit. Um, but yeah, that's what I enjoy doing. That's what I realized. Like I'm good at it and I like doing it. So complete opposite of engineering.
Wow. Yeah. That's just a whole 180 degree. One side
Yeah.
engineering, you're talking to just objects like you mentioned about, and then the other whole world is you talking to people, getting to understand, debating, and a lot of engineers are pretty introverted because they don't have that people skill, people communication. Um, yeah, so like just hearing from what you said about engineering, you're debating, taking initiative, negotiating, then you feel like you're more of a people person, extroverted rather than introverted.
It depends on the situation. I would say mainly I'm mainly introverted. Obviously, like that's just my personality. But like I could switch in between whenever, like in specific cases. Right? I feel like I like having structure, right? So if it's in a
Mm-hmm.
conference, if it's like a structured meeting
Mm-hmm.
where I know what the other party is, I know about the topics that are going to be discussed, I actually like doing that. That's where my extroverted side comes out.
Mm.
But if it's like if you want me to do like small talk in an elevator, or you ask me to randomly like go up to someone and talk about anything, like I can't really do that. Like I'm not very good with um, I'm not good at like spontaneous conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, I feel you. So
Yeah.
if I'm understanding correctly, let's just say you're not the best at like small talk or just small conversation starting up just yet, but in terms of your strength is like the deep train of thought, the deep conversation you're able to have with someone.
Yes. Yes. I
Oh.
like I like to get to the point. I don't like doing all this random stuff. That's why I really disliked MUN after doing it for a long time because I realized a lot of the people they weren't trying to like actually solve the sort of thing. They were playing other like sort of like weird mind games and everything with what they say. It was very very annoying. So in that sort of sense, I don't really enjoy that diplomatic side of things. It's
Mm.
because a lot of people they use very very fancy words when they don't really need to, and it's like that's just how it is for Model UN.
Hmm.
That's how like most public speakers speak. Yeah.
Gotcha there. So it's like keeping it simple.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And direct. Yeah. And concise. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So then, based off those questions, I want to ask like, why do you think, or what? Why do you think a business opportunity can help you in the future rather than just getting a job?
Well, obviously, money's not really the goal, I guess. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, money is a byproduct of things. As long as you make something that is valuable and brings value to other people, I think money will naturally come. I feel like a lot of people who run businesses are too focused on getting the money initially and not really, they don't really care about like building the proper relationship with, their clients, or like their partners. So, um, I think, I think business, like the reason why I didn't choose business for my major is because I realized I could learn it outside of school.
Mm.
I feel like I don't really need to sit through four classes every, quarter talking about like supply and demand or whatever. I
Right.
feel like this is very common sense. But I do believe that not everyone is like able to run a business. Like they don't have that mindset. I don't know if it's like some like natural talent or something, but I just some people lack that sort of um, thinking, the way of thinking. So, um, but yeah, I think for me, business opportunity is not just to make money, but it's also to build like relationship and like have social capital, and yeah, that's why I'm sort of interested. Yeah,
Mm. I see. In terms of you, I know you said money isn't a big factor,
not
and
really, no.
a lot of people have different mindset. A lot of people after job or after school, once they graduate, they want to have a office job, a blue collar, white collar job. Um, and you mentioned what was the second part you mentioned about besides money, you want to have relationship
Social.
with other
Yes, 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 yeah.
social, um, which is like relationship with other people. How
hmm
come a job can't do that in terms of your workplace, but a business can?
um, Job, I think It's I believe like the corporate lifestyle is not suited for me. Like I've seen it, and it's like
Mhm.
it's very soulless in my opinion. Um, Obviously, everything is very transactional these days. But it's like I don't know. I feel like for work,
Mhm.
at least if you go to like a white collar sort of thing,
Correct.
everyone's sort of out for themselves, you know?
Mhm.
Like it's basically them and the employer. It's not they don't really care too much about their relationship with you. They just want to go get the 9 to 5 done and then, get the paycheck, whatever. At the end of the day, from like the when they clock out, okay, they don't have to care about the job anymore.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's a little bit too transactional, like for businesses, it's more like it is more direct from person to person. So like it's you kind of dependent on each other. It's a mutual like interdependence. That's what I think is interesting. But I think the relationships in the office specifically are not interdependent. It's more like okay, I'm only talking to you because I work here. I'm doing this because it's my job. So yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, yeah, those are very good points. Like everybody has different mindset, and you broke those down pretty distinctively in terms of employee. Employees are people who just trade time for money, and business owners, like you mentioned, are people who want to build up a clientele, not just like hey transactional, but a relationship with them. Um, and that's definitely someone who has that business entrepreneur mindset. They just don't want to hey just trade time for money, work 9 to 5 the rest of their life in a corporate, and that's one of the reasons why I started my own business too, like a side hustle outside of my job because who never knows AI or whatever is going to take away your job. Hey, the next day if you're going to get laid off, um, it's just like a lot of things. And as the inflation goes up, gases will our paycheck go up? Not really. So that's why I wanted a plan B for myself as well. Not just in terms of money either, right? Money is one of the features, a byproduct to get to where you want to go, but the end goal isn't the money. That's what I see too. One of the end goals that I want is to create the impact, which is the relationship with others. So, how I know about this opportunity is through my coaches and mentors. So, the coach and mentor that guided me through the process, their name is Wesley. So, Wesley has a background in mechanical engineering. So, he lives in LA. That's where his parents are from. He's Vietnamese. He's Vietnamese Chinese, and
Mm-hmm.
Leah. So she's in Canada. So she used to be a nurse when she started the business. She was around 19 years old. Wesley was 23 years old. And through the business, that's when they met. And now they used to be working like engineering, nurse before as well for a couple of years. And because they decide to grow the business, do the work, put in the effort, create the relationship with other people and be coachable. And that's why they're able to not have that 9 to 5 job every single day, waking up at a ring of alarm clock. They can wake up whenever they want. For example, currently they're in Canada because that's where Leah lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a big business team over there in Canada, California, Arizona, Seattle, Vancouver, East Coast like Philadelphia, New York. There's just like a lot of their team around the North America and Canada, or Canada is part of North America. And what I see is, oh, they also have like a newborn 1 year old kid, so they're able to take care of them. So that's something that I appreciate, and the relationship with each other is, hey, it's not just like a 1 day thing. There could be like, for example, them arguing and everything, but at the same time, they're able to communicate their thoughts across from one mind to another. And what I saw the relationship, right? We have a positive association in terms of our organization. It's Excess Team. I'm not sure if you saw the website.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah,
website.
yeah.
I didn't
So
look too into it.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
just looked at it as like scanned it as like okay, cool. I'll go on with my day.
yeah.
But yeah,
So main people in the picture, that's Wesley and Leah's team. So it's called Excess Team. Those, they
yeah.
are
Okay,
my
XS team.
yeah,
Yeah, let me look at the website again.
yeah, yeah. You could take a look. Those are pictures where we want to share. Like, hey, these are groups in SoCal, Vancouver, Arizona, and other places. You could just take a look. But those are the values we stand for, which is like family, hope, freedom, right?
Mhm. Okay.
I'll give you
Let's
some
see.
time to look through it if you haven't seen.
So I'm what is this XS team like? What are they? I'm a little bit confused on like. Okay, obviously I know those two people are the like mentors and founders, but like, what is your role in this org? I
Right.
don't see it clearly, and I do see a lot of people involved. Though. That's a lot of people.
Yeah,
Wow, interesting.
exactly. So that's the reason why we're here to kind of like explain for you a little bit. I won't like explain a lot in detail. It's just like a general because today the main focus is to to see who is Raymond, who is John, right? I do want to share with you, or I want to be transparent and honest with you, what is it we do, and for you to decide on yourself, right? If this is something that you want to, um, the opportunity you want to go through, we do have a selection process. So basically, what our opportunity is we do marketing and franchising. So you said your friends had like a shopping brand for clothes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Essentially, we're essentially the middleman. What we do is we have our own online platform, our own store, and we have customers coming there shopping, and directly from the customers, our store that we partner with, we partner with a manufacturing company. So they have a lot of products. Some of the products that they carry, that they produce is a protein shakes, plant-based protein. We have energy drinks. We have health, skincare, meal bars. We also have home care products and toothpaste, right? So those are some of the products that we have. We partner with for our manufacturing company. And the other side is we partner with a mentorship system, an educational system, where it helps us. Hey, let's just say if someone was to drive a car, example, a Ferrari, a new person, they don't know how to drive, and you give them a Ferrari. Do you feel like they know how to drive, Raymond?
Well,
Not really, right? So that's why we need a coach, somebody to teach you how to drive. And once you're able to drive, basically the car itself is a vehicle, right? In terms of our business, the vehicle is the manufacturing company. They give us something to start with, partner with. And then the mentorship system teaches us how to move those products. And from that, you just change your shopping habit. Once you change your shopping habit, a business creates, right? It's just, I'm not going to go in detail into it, but that's like some of the things that we do. And then after that, it comes the franchising part. Same makes McDonald's. How can McDonald's be so big? Somebody had to think about that. And little by little, more McDonald's appear because of business owner mindset. They want to own something for themselves, not by themselves. So that's what we do. We look to franchise, not hey, store to store. We look to franchise from people to people that they want to own their own business. We don't just, hey, we're partners, not like, hey, we're just employee owners. We're business partners where we help other people, building up the relationship. So those are the aspects that we do. And once, like for Wesley and Leah, once they're able to help someone become at the top of the performance bonus chart, you get something called a 6% leadership bonus. So those are some of the things that we do, right? And that's why we have a selection process to, hey, filter out who are the candidates we want to work with in terms of business partners, right? So we look for people who are people who are hungry, someone's appreciative of all the small, big things that happen in life, smart in terms of, hey, not book smart, making decisions, and humble. Are they willing to humble themselves down to learn? But those are some of the things that we do. We do have a selection process, and that's why I want to hear your thoughts. If this is something that you feel like it would help you in terms of your life, because we don't want to. So, for example, what I mean is everybody has a destination in life. For example, if I was to go to, or if we want to go to China, will we take a car or will we take a different vehicle?
Probably different. Take a plane. Yeah.
Yeah, a plane, right? So that's why it's like we want to understand what vehicle is it taking us to the destination. Is it the car? Even if we upgrade a car from a Toyota, a sedan, all the way to a RAV4, all the way to a Ferrari, something cooler, can we get to China? Not really. We probably you need a different vehicle, like a boat, a plane, get there, right? So it depends on the vehicle, or it depends on the destination where you want to be, right? A lot of people, like I mentioned earlier, they want the 9 to 5 job. So that's why they go to corporate America. That's their vehicle. A small portion of people in the population, they want something more. They want relationship. They want not just money, they want to create impact. And that's why that vehicle is different for them, which is changing the mindset. So we do have a selection process to learn more, to educate our candidates more about, hey, what is it that we do, right? It's like there's going to be a lot of questions. Hey, what is this? What is that? But the main point for today's meeting is for you to get to know me, for me to get to know you, right? The main thing is relationship building. That's the general basics of today's meeting.
Okay. All right. So, let me get this straight. So you guys, your XS team is basically
A
you
mentorship
guys
system.
the mentorship
Yes.
systems to help people um like franchise their own like what their own. I'm confused.
Yeah. See, that's why we have like a selection process to educate other people. So, like I mentioned earlier, the Access team is one a part of the mentorship system where it guides you, teaches you. Hey, for example, when you drive a car or when you have products, how can you share with other people when you don't have the knowledge? So what Access team does, it provides you a mentorship system. Hey, someone's been there, done that, and they have the results, and they're able to teach you, guide you step by step along the way to get that result. Same thing as for you going through a minefield. If someone went through the minefield, they know where the mines are, where the red flags are, so they can guide you get to that minefield quicker and earlier. So that's what the mentorship and coaching system does and provides.
Let's see. So can you tell me a little bit about like the students you helped at Cal State Long Beach? I'm a bit interested. I want to hear like what you guys did for them and
Yeah.
what they contributed to your sort of work.
Mm-hmm. So we hosted a workshop. It
Mm-hmm.
was about a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, we had our team. So we had different organizations, a part of Wesley Elia's team, and organizations beyond Wesley Elia. So it's just not Wesley Elia's team, but it's going to be a bigger organization. So the other organizations in SoCal team, we come together and we hosted a workshop, an entrepreneurial workshop, to hey, like what we're doing today. It's like to guide other people. Hey, where do they want to go in life? To see a vision. Will what they are doing now get to the destination that they want? Or is it that they want to do something else? Is it that electrical engineering getting to that place where they want? Or is it that social interaction with others getting to where they want? So it's a workshop where we partner with Cal State Long Beach.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Can you tell me what the Access team has done for you specifically? I want to hear like what like your story is.
Oh, you want to hear my story? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So back then, so I'm from Nebraska. So that's where my parents are from. So I'm Chinese. So my parents, a lot of Fujianese people, they have restaurants. So my parents, they
Yeah,
own
yeah, yeah.
restaurant, which is a buffet. So that's where my mom and dad and I have a younger brother. They live over there. So my younger brother, he's doing graphic design. So back then, I was studying engineering, mechanical engineering. So once I graduated, It took me in June. I still had a job, and then in July of 2021, I remember it took me a while, 3 months or 2 months. I was like starting out as a team lead at a bookstore. I was like, man, I couldn't find an engineering job during COVID time a little bit.
Mhm.
Then October hit. I was like still working at a team lead job. Then I found a project engineer job. So where we manufacture seats for Honda vehicles. So little by little, I was working 60 hours for 6 months because after when you graduate, the thing you want the most is money. You know, money isn't all the thing, but that's what I wanted after graduation, right? And I was like sick
Yeah.
and tired. My health was not so good, and little by little, someone also reached out to me about the business opportunity, just like you in Instagram. So the person reached out to me. They're actually in Canada, so that's why I'm telling you, Canada has like a big team of Wesilia, and because of that, little by little, I went to a workshop. And how that impacted me is I used to be someone very shy, didn't know how to hold conversation, didn't want to talk to other people because as an engineer, not most engineers are introverted, but most of them are because they talk to screens a lot. So that was me. I
Yeah.
just coded,
Hmm.
just did that. And in terms of 4 years of college, 1 year of my work experience, I learned more.
Yeah.
And because of little bit by little, when Wesley Lia's mentorship, I was able to talk more confident. I was able to add values in myself. So in terms of teacup, in a teapot and a teacup, if your teapot is not full, you cannot add tea into the smaller teacup.
Yeah.
So that's what X's team did. They showed me how to fill up my own teapot first, then I can share and add value into other people's teacups. So what I did, I learned, hey, what is the benefit of reading book? What is it the benefit of upgrading your mindset, upgrading yourself 1% better every day? Those are the some of the small things that the mentorship aspect helped me. It's not about like what you do, like the big things you do in life. It's about the small details. Are you willing to change yourself 1% better each day? Are you willing to do that extra work when you're not feeling it, when you're not just want to lay in bed? Are you willing to get up if you didn't feel like going to the gym, right? Those are the days how I feel. I was like, man, I just want to be lazy, procrastinate. But because of that system, mentorship system, I learned to, hey, take initiative of your life. No one's going to save you, only you are. And that's why I grew my confidence. Hey, I was be able to get out of my comfort zone, add more value into other people by filling up my teapot. So those are some of the things of the large aspect that I learned from the Access team. Yeah.
So, what have you done so far, like regarding the business side of things? Like, what have you learned regarding, like you said, franchising and marketing and distribution of products?
Right. So
You
that's a
learned.
good question. So usually like usually I share this during the selection process since
Okay. Okay.
because like you asked a lot of good questions for us to like build trust. I want to share with you. So some of the things before as an engineer, I don't know how to sell. One of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
common objections I had was I just don't want to sell to other people. That was me.
Wait. Oh. Okay.
That was the objection of me. A personal objection. I don't want to sell. I don't want to talk to people. Right? Some people are different.
Okay. Yeah.
And one of the things is like Wesley and Leah, they taught me is, hey, selling is not about selling. It's about finding a solution for the customers, the people who are around you, become better. For example, people who have sleep. Hey, you eat a gummy, a sweet dream gummy. You're able to sleep. How does that help? Because of the melatonin inside, you're able to sleep better. It falls asleep, right? And then when you're able to share with that, right? That's how I get some of my customers by sampling, giving them samples. But I have to try it out too, right? Energy drinks. I drink one, I give another person another one. Protein shake, same thing. I get one, other person gets one, right? Samples of our energy or our water vitamins, right? Another, let's see, there's like a lot of bunch. So we also do vending booths. We do skin tests. We do Omron. It's just like these small little events leads us up to customers, not just customers about our family, people around us, but people who we don't know yet, the strangers, right? How we can impact their lives, how these small products can be a solution in terms of their life, but at the same time, we're able to be in a win-win situation where we're able to solve a problem, but at the same time earn money. The main thing isn't money, but the main thing is to solve problems. And they always say the bigger problems you solve, the more you earn. That's why
That's
some
right. Yeah.
people only earn small money because they only can fix the small job problems.
Hmm. Okay. Wait, so is it like so you guys don't develop your own products? Like what I'm getting is that you guys maybe okay, this is what I'm thinking. It's like
Correct.
you guys there's already an existing company that already has an existing product, right? And then they like they get you guys to help them, distribute whatever product they want. Like they already have they the manufacturers themselves have developed a very, complete product. They just don't know how to distribute it to that specific group of people. So you guys come in and just help that company, right? Is that what I'm getting? Is that like kind of the gist?
Yeah, you're on the right track. So everything except that last portion, just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
change up. So yeah, we do partner with existing company. They've been here for since 1959, and they already established the products. That's why I mentioned they have over 350 products. So they have a variety of product. They know the quality, right? They know the
Mm-hmm.
quality. They already done testing through scientists. They have patents of their own. And what we do is we're the middleman essentially, like I mentioned to you earlier. We connect the supplier, the products that they already manufacture, to a customer base through our
Mm.
online e-commerce website.
Okay.
So you're
That's
right. And the reason why, it's not because they don't know how to sell or anything. It's just in between the middle, there's gaps. Hey, there's when it comes to traditional business, they go through the marketing aspect. They go through the advertising aspect. They go through putting things in the public. For example, Costco, Walmart, and the essentials. Then that's how they get to consumers. But because of that e-commerce, the middleman, they're able to cut that cost and pay us directly through the word of mouth.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
How many other people have you like reached out to, or like just straight up cold like messaged on like Instagram and other like social platforms?
Yeah, good question. Good question. Just give me one moment, okay? Just putting in my charger.
Okay.
Yeah, a
Because
bunch.
obviously, I'm gonna be honest, like it is a bit very very out of nowhere that
Right.
like I received sort of these sort of like messages. So it's like hard to trust. I'm gonna be honest, like if you're looking from my perspective, I
Uh,
just receive a random message about business opportunity on Instagram. It's not really it's a very weird place to receive these sort of messages, but
mhm.
I was just wondering like how many other people you've messaged like this sort of like method.
Yeah, I've messaged quite a few people. A few
Mm.
people reached back to me, and that's why, like I mentioned, like this first meeting is just to get to know us, for you to get to know me, for me to get to know you. And since you're in Irvine, I'm always open to meet people in person. You know,
Sure, I'm definitely open
meeting
to that.
people in
Yeah.
person is always better than on Zoom. You know
Yes.
who I am. I know who exactly you are. We're able to be in the proximity. So I'm always open for that. Usually, I'm always around Irvine on Sundays for our badminton.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And
All right.
in terms of we're gonna have an event in Mission Viejo. I believe it's in a couple 2 weeks. I just have to confirm the dates on Sunday. And I can invite you, and you can see, hey, who are the people that I work with? You're able to see who I am, and have a better trust because, like I mentioned, anything in terms of friendship, business, is starting with trust, and that's important.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah.
Okay, so before I end the meeting, so like I mentioned, you don't have to make any decision now, but in terms of the selection process, this isn't like any of the selection process just yet. So it has a couple steps in between for you to be educated. There's no any cost involved as well because we want to educate people as in terms of our candidates. We don't want to have them go straight in and not knowing what they're doing. So that's why we have that. So just wanted to ask you, are you wanting to go through the selection process and are you
Yeah.
patient enough?
Yeah. I'm seeing what's going on. Yeah. I think it's good.
Okay. All right, and then we can always meet up. I'm gonna find that time when our event is and invite you there. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was great talking to you and meeting you.
Yeah. It was a very nice conversation. I think it's very interesting that these sort of things exist. I didn't
Right.
expect it, to be honest.
Yeah. You know.
But yeah, you
Like I mentioned,
something we want to do.
one
Yeah.
one of the things that changed my life is because of a message that someone in Canada reached out to me. So I'm grateful
Okay.
for it. So that's why I'm giving back to the universe or the world.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a good mindset.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you later,
All right.
Raymond. We'll keep in
Okay.
touch.
Yeah. I'll wait to hear back from you soon. Okay. All
Okay.
right. All
All
right.
right. Take care.
I'll let you know when I could like meet in person or something. But yeah, I'm always down for that.
Oh, are you usually like busy over weekdays or weekends?
Weekends, I'm not busy. No.
Okay.
Um.
Usually,
Yeah.
usually.
I do have finals in 4 weeks. So from maybe now until end of May, I probably have time. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep in contact. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
Take care, Raymond.
Thanks.
Yeah.
See you later. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.